Welcome to Fazza Poetry World, where hearts turn into poetry. Listen, before you decide to walk away, before silence becomes the only language between us, before us turns into just a memory. I need you to hear me, not with your ears, but with your heart. Because what I am about to say is not just words, it is everything I have been holding inside, everything I was too afraid to say, everything that still beats your name inside my chest. Please, don't leave me. I know, we are not the same as before. Something changed between us. The laughter feels shorter now, the conversations feel heavier, and sometimes, even sitting together feels like we are miles apart. There are nights when we are both awake, but neither of us says anything. Not because we have nothing to say, but because there is too much. Too many unsaid words, too many hidden feelings, too many moments where we chose silence instead of understanding. And that silence, it scares me. It feels like we are slowly drifting, like two souls who once held each other tightly, are now slipping away without even realizing it. And the thought of losing you, it is not just painful. It is terrifying. I know I am not perfect. I know there were days when I did not understand you, when I didn't listen the way I should have, when my words hurt you, even though I never meant to. There were moments when I was lost inside my own confusion, when I couldn't even understand myself, so how could I understand you? And maybe that's where we started breaking. Not in one big moment, but in small ones. In the times we didn't apologize, in the times we stayed quiet instead of fixing things, in the times we let ego win over love. But even after all that, even after every mistake, every argument, every tear, there is one truth I can never deny. My heart has always chosen you. Always. Even on the days when we didn't talk, even on the nights when we went to sleep upset, even in the moments when everything felt like it was falling apart. My heart still whispered your name. Because you are not just someone in my life. You are the place where my chaos feels calm. You are the reason ordinary days feel special. You are the warmth in a world that sometimes feels cold. With you, even silence has meaning. But without you, everything changes. The same places feel empty. The same songs feel different. The same world loses its color. It's like everything becomes quieter, darker, colder. And I am scared of that. I am scared of the nights where I reach for you and you're not there. I am scared of the moments where something good happens and you're not the first person I tell. I am scared of missing you in the smallest things. In a song, in a memory, in a random thought that suddenly reminds me of you. I try to act strong sometimes. I tell myself, people come and go. I will be okay. Life moves on. But deep inside, I know the truth. I don't want to move on without you. I don't want a life where you are just a memory. Because what we have, it doesn't feel finished. It feels like a story that still has pages left. There are still laughs we haven't shared, still moments we haven't lived, still memories waiting to be created. And maybe love is not just about the beginning. Maybe love is not just butterflies and perfect moments. Maybe love is this: staying when things get hard, choosing each other even after misunderstandings, holding on when everything feels like it's falling apart. I still remember how it all started. The way you smiled, the way your presence felt like home, the way I could be myself. Without fear, without hesitation. You didn't just enter my life. You became a part of it. A part I cannot replace. And even now, when we argue, when we misunderstand each other, when everything feels broken, I still see you. The real you. The kind heart behind the anger. The softness behind the silence. The love that is still there, even if it feels hidden. I know you are tired. I know things feel heavy. Maybe the distance between us feels too big now. Maybe everything feels too broken to fix. But I am still here. Still trying. Still hoping. Still believing that we are not over. If you stay, we can try again. Not perfectly, but honestly. We can learn to speak with kindness instead of anger. To listen without interrupting. To understand instead of assuming. We can fix the small things that slowly broke us. Because love is not about being perfect. It is about trying. Trying again. Even when it's hard. Holding on. Even when it's easier to let go. Please, don't leave me. With you, I feel like I belong. Without you, everything feels unfamiliar. Our memories, they are still alive inside me. Every laugh, every moment, every feeling. They mean too much to just let go. I know leaving might feel easier. Walking away might seem simple. But the most important things in life, they are never easy. They require patience, effort, understanding. So stay, just a little longer. Stay. And remember who we were. Stay. And feel what we still are. Stay. And see that maybe, just maybe, we are not as broken as we think. If you stay, I promise, I will try harder. I will listen more. I will care deeper. I will respect your heart the way I should have from the start. Because love is not just feelings. It is actions. It is trust. It is effort. And I am ready to give all of that. Please don't leave me. Because if you go, it will feel like a story that ended too soon. Like a chapter that was never completed. And even if life moves forward, there will always be a part of me that stays with you. A part that remembers. A part that misses. A part that still loves you, quietly. So before you decide, stop for a moment. Think about us. Think about everything we have been through. Think about the love that once felt so real, so strong, so unbreakable. Because somewhere deep inside, it still exists. And inside my heart, there is still a small hope, a quiet voice that keeps saying, don't give up. Not yet. Try one more time. So please, stay. Stay a little longer. Stay and fight with me. Not against me. Stay and rebuild what we almost lost. Because I still believe in you, in me, in us. And I am not ready to say goodbye. And if you are still here, if you are still listening to my silence between these words, then maybe, just maybe, there is still something left between us. Because love does not disappear in a moment. It fades slowly, in pauses, in distance, in unsaid things. But if it can fade slowly, it can also come back slowly. So listen to me, this is not the end of my heart speaking. This is where it begins again. I know we are tired. Not just physically, but emotionally. Tired of explaining. Tired of misunderstanding. Tired of feeling like we are trying, but still failing. There are days when even a simple conversation turns into something heavy. Words become sharp. Silence becomes louder. And suddenly, two people who love each other start feeling like strangers. But tell me something honestly, were we always like this? No. We were laughter. We were comfort. We were the kind of peace people search for their whole lives. We were that rare connection where nothing had to be forced. So what changed? Maybe we stopped noticing the little things, the small efforts, the quiet love, the unspoken care. Maybe we got so used to each other that we forgot to appreciate each other. Maybe we expected love to always feel easy, and when it didn't, we thought something was wrong. But love is not always easy. Sometimes it tests you. Sometimes it breaks you a little, just to show you how strong you can be together. And right now, this is our test. This distance. This confusion. This almost breaking point. It's not the end, unless we let it be. Because the truth is, we are not fighting each other. We are fighting our own fears. Your fear of being hurt again. My fear of losing you completely. And somewhere between those fears, we forgot that we are on the same side. I don't want to fight you. I want to understand you. I don't want to win arguments. I want to protect what we have. Because what we have, it is not ordinary. It is not something you find every day. It is rare. And rare things are not meant to be given up on so easily. I know there were moments when you felt alone, even when I was right there. And that hurts me, because I never wanted to be the reason for your silence. If I could go back, I would listen more carefully. I would speak more gently. I would hold you, instead of letting distance grow. But I can't change the past. All I can do is stand here in the present and ask you, can we try again, not like before? Not with the same mistakes, but better, stronger, more aware of each other. Let's not rush to fix everything at once. Let's start small. Let's talk, not to prove a point, but to understand. Let's listen, not to reply, but to feel. Let's be patient, because healing takes time. And love, real love, it deserves that time. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for effort. I am not asking for promises you can't keep. I am asking for honesty. Tell me when you are hurting. Tell me when you feel distant. Tell me when something feels wrong. Don't hide it, don't let it grow in silence until it breaks us. Because silence has already taken too much from us. Let's not let it take everything. I still see a future with you. Not a perfect one, but a real one. A life where we grow together. Where we learn from our mistakes. Where we become better. Because of each other. I still imagine late night talks, where we forget about time. Random laughter over things that don't even matter. Moments of peace, where just being together is enough. That future, it still feels possible. But only if you stay. Only if we both choose not to give up. I know it's easier to walk away, to start fresh, to avoid the pain. But starting over doesn't guarantee happiness. Sometimes, the love you are looking for is the one you already have, just waiting to be understood. So don't leave yet. Not when we still have a chance. Not when there is still love hidden beneath the pain. Not when my heart is still calling out to yours. Stay, even if it's just for a little while longer. Stay, and let's try to find our way back. Because I am still here. Still choosing you. Still believing in us. Still hoping that this is not where our story ends. And if you reach out your hand, even just a little, I promise, I will hold it. Not loosely. Not carelessly. But like something I never want to lose again. And if this is where we stand now, between staying and leaving, between holding on and letting go, then let me say this one last time. Not with fear, but with truth. I don't want a love that survives only when it is easy. I want a love that chooses to stay, even when everything feels complicated. Because real love is not about never breaking. it is about refusing to stay broken. Look at us, we didn't fall apart in a day. We didn't lose each other in a moment. It happened slowly. In the times we didn't check on each other. In the moments we assumed instead of asking. In the nights we chose distance instead of closeness. And now, we are here. Standing in the middle of everything we built, wondering if it's worth saving. But tell me honestly, if it wasn't worth it? Why does it still hurt this much? Why does your silence still affect me? Why does your absence still feel like something is missing? Why does my heart still wait for you, even after everything? Because love is still there. Not loud. Not perfect. But real. And real love doesn't disappear so easily. Maybe it's hidden under pain. Maybe it's tired. Maybe it's waiting for us to stop hurting each other and start healing each other. I know you feel it too. You wouldn't still be here otherwise. You wouldn't still read these words, you wouldn't still hesitate, you wouldn't still feel something every time we drift apart. Because if there was nothing left, it would be easy to walk away. But it's not easy. And that means something. It means we still matter. It means the story is not finished yet. So let's not end it like this. Not with silence. Not with misunderstanding. Not with unfinished feelings. Let's end this chapter by rewriting it together. Let's go back to the version of us that cared more about each other than about winning arguments. Let's remember how we used to look at each other with softness, with warmth, with love. Let's become that again. Not the same, but better. Because we have learned now. We know what hurts. We know what breaks us. We know what we need to protect. So why not use that to rebuild? I don't expect everything to be okay overnight. I don't expect us to suddenly forget the pain. But I do believe we can start again. Slowly. Gently. Honestly. One conversation at a time. One effort at a time. One moment of understanding at a time. And maybe that's enough. Maybe love doesn't need big promises. Maybe it just needs two people who refuse to give up. I am one of those people. I am still here. Not because it's easy, but because you matter to me. Because what we had, what we still have, is worth fighting for. And I am willing to fight. Not against you, but for you. For us. For everything we almost lost. So if there is even a small part of you that still cares, that still remembers, that still feels something, don't ignore it. Listen to it. Because that small feeling might be the piece of love that is still alive between us. And sometimes, even the smallest spark can bring everything back to life. So come back, not perfectly, but honestly. Come back, not with fear, but with hope. Come back, and let's try again. Because I am still here, with open arms, with a hopeful heart, with one simple request. Don't let this be the end of us.